Hello, beautiful people. I hope that you are doing well. This is a little bit different. This is going to be super quick, probably about 5 minutes. And as you have probably noticed, there is no chat, and I will explain why in just a moment. But hello, welcome. I'm Absa if you are new. We are about to talk about an order that has just come down regarding some things that happened last week in Drake v. UMG surrounding Kendrick's contract. I had posted in the post tab and then very quickly realized that that was not going to be sufficient. So I'm putting this out here so that you have accurate information and so that you can share accurate information. So hit the like button, share this live. Shout out to the replay gang who will see this probably well after because you'll get a notification in an hour that I have gone live and I will already be gone. But let me start off by saying the reason why there is no live chat for this live stream is because today in particular, there are some completely unsubstantiated and reckless rumors circulating about Drake based on some information that was posted on Reddit. And that has resulted in people trying to flood my comment section about the topic. So, FYI, for those of you who don't know, when you leave a comment on this channel, you can see it. Nobody else can see it until it is approved. And so any comments about the topic that is swirling around today, automatically deleted. Because as I said, unsubstantiated nonsense. And the comments that have been left are disgusting and pathetic comments, and you all really need to pull yourselves together. If it's not discussed on this channel, you should assume I have a reason for that. I have a valid reason for that. It has nothing to do with being concerned about being in a court document or anything like that. It is solely focused on what is actually being spread and whether or not it actually substantiates what people are spreading or not. And it doesn't even come close to reaching that standard. So if I'm not talking about it, you leaving comments on posts completely unrelated to it, telling me to talk about it or telling me to go get documents about it and read them to you is ignorant for 1,000 reasons. And if you want more information on why, you can go to the post tab on this YouTube channel because I posted about it this morning and I don't have anything else to say. So the reason why the comments are off in the live is because I don't want to see it. I don't want to beat it back. And that is not the focus of this live. So it's important that the conversation that is happening actually be focused on the topic. There's been a docket alert and an update, and immediately I realized people were conflating one thing for another, and it means this and it means that. So here I am to explain it to you. And hopefully, I said 5 minutes, but we're at 4:37. So let's hope for under 7 minutes, okay? All right. So last week, Drake filed 2 motions to compel in the court. He filed a motion to get into Lucian Grange's documentation, if any such documentation exists, and he filed a separate motion to compel an unredacted copy of Kendrick Lamar's contract. We looked at all of this, so if you have questions, you should go and watch those things because we've instituted a policy here on this channel that we're going to refer you to things, not going to be, you will be able to leave comments on this, but not going to be re-explaining things in the comment section. You're going to have to roll back and do your own homework if you really want the facts. We went over everything. Everything has been laid out. So this gives me an opportunity to correct something that I said. When we were looking at the motions to compel, I said at the time, I got a little upset. I said it would appear that UMG has filed Kendrick Lamar's unredacted contract. Excuse me, Drake has filed a copy of Kendrick's redacted contract somewhere on the docket, and there's no motion from his counsel to seal that. Then, a day, 2 days later, we went over a motion to seal Kendrick's redacted contract. That means things blocked out. If you don't know what redacted and unredacted means things on the document are blocked out. Unredacted means things are not blocked out. So what Drake's attorneys have right now, because this is an attorney's eyes only document, is a redacted contract, which only shows headings of sections and then one specific section of the contract. We looked at the fact that there was documentation between the parties behind the scenes to bolster that they had an agreement. UMG had an agreement with Drake's counsel that that is what they were going to give them. A redacted copy of Kendrick Lamar's contract showing the headings of each section and then one specific section unredacted. They provided that to Drake, and he demanded a fully unredacted contract. They said no. He filed a motion to compel for the unredacted contract, asking the judge to step in and force UMG to give Drake Kendrick Lamar's unredacted contract. Okay? So, where I was wrong is that I said Drake did not file a motion to seal the redacted contract. He did. And then a day or two later, UMG also filed a motion to seal the redacted contract. Okay? So we have motions to seal, 2, numbers 80 and 88 on the docket, and then we have motion to compel. These are 2 completely different things. Okay? Motion to seal, 2 of them by both sides, so they agree. Seal the redacted contract. Motion to compel. Drake wants it. UMG already responded saying, this is why you shouldn't give it to him. We had a live, we covered all of this. Shout out to everybody who's watching. Hit the like button and share this live. So today, the judge ruled on the sealing of the redacted contract. As in so far, the judge has not ruled on the motion to compel. When I posted this on the post tab, comments have since been turned off. A bunch of people read this as, what did Drake win? What did Drake lose? What is Drake not getting access to? What is Drake? And it became very apparent that even though it says in the very first sentence of this document that both parties asked for this document to be sealed, Drake lost. He lost. He's never going to see it. He wasn't going to see it to begin with, beloved. It's attorney's eyes only. That is the difference between this channel and other channels. Right there. We follow the finite facts and process so that we're really up and in the know of exactly what is going on each piece. We don't just take something and then run with it and mischaracterize it, twist it into something that it's not, and then play dumb for clicks and likes. Okay? We don't do that here. So again, plaintiff, first sentence. This is an order from the judge, the very first sentence. Plaintiff, that's Drake, and UMG's requests, EFC number 80 and 88, for permission to file under seal a contract between UMG Recordings, Inc. and Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, as produced by UMG in redacted form, with the designation, attorney's eyes only, is granted. UMG has made sufficient showing that the information that Drake seeks to seal qualifies as confidential, sensitive business information. This is not the motion to compel for the unredacted contract. You are not about to hear me say what this could mean for that. We're not going to do that. You're not going to get that from me, because then people are going to play games with it. We're just going to take it for what it is. This is for the redacted contract that they already gave Drake. The judge is saying yes, on the docket, it's sealed. The motion to compel for the unredacted contract, not decided. Okay? Drake has motioned for it. UMG has responded with their objection. They also asked the judge that if she were inclined to grant Drake's motion to compel the unredacted contract, that she look at it in camera, which is just a obnoxious way of saying the judge looks at it. She doesn't just go off of what Drake argued. She doesn't just go off of what UMG argued, but she actually, before ruling, looks at the contract to determine, does he actually need this? And what in this does he actually need? So again, I'm going to refresh the docket while I'm here with y'all before I leave here, just to check again. Okay. There's nothing on the docket about that. And again, for today, for this, I'm not going to get into my for funsies possibilities and probabilities of sequence of events of what could happen next with the various outstanding motions that are on the docket. But I want to clear up a couple other things before I go, okay? I've gotten a lot of questions this week because we looked at a subpoena. Folks wanted to know what happened with Kojo. So if you don't know, several weeks ago, Drake filed a motion to serve a witness by alternative means. And this is another thing that got blown out of proportion. He won. It's a standard motion when you are having trouble serving somebody. So they didn't go in and duke it out and UMG lost and Drake won. It's standard. They submitted that. I think the judge actually took a while to rule on it, but did. The very next day after the judge said, yeah, you can serve Kojo by alternative means, they served Kojo by alternative means. Okay, so assume Kojo has been served. The one that we did look at, Josh Kaplan, the judge did sign that order. And, oh, excuse me, I'm speaking. The Josh Kaplan subpoena and motion to serve through alternative means was stricken from the record. Drake's lawyers filed a motion to withdraw it. So what had happened was everybody started talking about this dude, and I've no doubt somebody told him, you're being talked about everywhere right now. He has hired an attorney. We don't know who that attorney is at this point in time, but what we do know is that Drake filed a motion to withdraw his motion to serve by alternative means. And in that request to withdraw, he said, a couple days after we submitted our motion, we were contacted by an attorney who represents Mr. Kaplan, and the subpoena has been served. So all of that is public. It's on the docket. So both people that he was looking for have been served, and that's that on that. Okay. Another question that I've been getting from people is, well, what about fighting the subpoenas? And sure, you can try. It will cost you a lot of money. If you are hiring an attorney to get you through this situation as quickly and painlessly as possible, which means you're going to experience pain, but you want the least amount of pain possible, because that's the situation a lot of people have put themselves in by speaking publicly. If you have spoken or posted publicly about your relationship with record labels, or you running bot farms or whatever, Fighting a subpoena is gonna do nothing but waste your coin. If you were out there flapping your gums just to get attention, you're gonna have to accept the egg on your face to get out of the situation. If you were doing more than just flapping your gums for attention and you are actually involved in something, fighting a subpoena is just gonna be a waste of money. So you should be honest with your counsel and consult with them. Okay? So, motion to seal Kendrick Lamar's redacted contract, as requested by both Drake and UMG, has been granted as of, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes ago. Motion to compel for the unredacted contract, not decided. Motion to compel for Lucian Grange's documents, if he has any, not decided. And of course, motion to dismiss, not decided. Have a wonderful Friday evening or morning or afternoon, wherever you are, and have a fantabulous weekend. Thank you. Take care. Peace.